Arbeiten du und dein Team nicht an demselben Ort? Monday.com vereint dein Team, damit ihr gemeinsam Aufgaben auf einer benutzerfreundlichen Plattform bearbeiten, verwalten und verfolgen könnt. Monday.com vereint dein Team, damit ihr gemeinsam Aufgaben auf einer
Hey, what is up, guys? Rules for Rebels, and in today's video, in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you guys
benutzerfreundlichen Plattform bearbeiten und
What is up, guys? Rules for Rebels, and in today's video, in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you guys how to sell your t-shirts on. This method that we're using today is very beginner friendly. You don't have to know anything about graphic design. You don't have to know how to use Photoshop. You don't have to
benutzerfreundlichen Plattform bearbeiten und verwalten.
Is up, guys? You don't have to know anything about graphic design. You don't have to know how to use Photoshop. You don't have to use
benutzerfreundlichen Plattform bearbeiten und verwalten.
Is up, guys?
Bearbeiten und verwalten.
Is up, guys?
Bearbeiten und verwalten.
Is up, guys? Don't have to have any of these expensive programs. We're simply going to be using Canva.com and another site called ResizeImage.net. Both of these are free, and like I said, this method is great if you don't know about graphic programs. We're simply going to be using Canva or Adobe Creator. .com and another site, Adobe Creator. .com and another site, Adobe .com and another site, Adobe .com and another site, Adobe.
Männer und Frauen von Kattegat, ehret euren neuen König! Alles wird immer dunkler. Männer und Frauen von Kattegat, ehret euren neuen...
And personally, one thing I often run into when I'm creating t-shirts is I can easily throw together some decent designs using a free drag and drop, design program like Canva or Snappa or others. Where I run into problems is a lot of times these free softwares don't let you make an image large enough to upload to Amazon Merch. Amazon Merch wants 5,400 by 4,500, and a lot of these programs won't go that large. Canva will not go that large. However, Canva will go up to 5,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our design in Canva. We're going to use the size 4167 by 5,000, which is the correct ratio for an Amazon shirt. And then we're going to go to ResizeImage.net and we're going to resize it to 5,400 by 4,500. Another thing Canva is going to do that has often confused me in the past is creating clear backgrounds. Basically, if I were to upload this I'm Crafty image to a t-shirt, like a green t-shirt, for example, the entire t-shirt would be green, but we'd have a big white box around it. All I want is the font and the graphics to show up. So I need to do a clear background. Canva will allow us to do that, and I will show you guys how to do that in just a minute here. So why would you want to design your own t-shirts? Why is this valuable information? Well, sure, you can go to a site like Fiverr.com and hire a graphic designer to make a great shirt for $5. It's not a ton of money, but a lot of people like to put up a lot of designs. A lot of people like to try a lot of different things, and $5 per design is going to add up. The other reason you may want to do this yourself is because a lot of times with t-shirts, you want to be on the cutting edges of trends. So let's say Trump says something stupid in the news. Let's say there's a move to criminalize marijuana. You want to make a shirt, legalize marijuana, or a funny Trump quote or something like that. If you hire a designer, you're at their whim. If they have, 10 jobs they have to do in front of yours, you may be waiting a week to get your thing. This way you can get them out right away. And another thing I like about designing my own t-shirts is that, sometimes it's hard to communicate what you want to a designer. And with a simple drag and drop software like this, you can do everything you need yourself. So I typically recommend this method for simpler designs, not a lot of complicated stuff, for 2 reasons. One, Photoshop is not quite as advanced as Adobe Creator or Canva is not as advanced as Photoshop or Adobe Creator and a lot of these other softwares. The other thing is print on demand is like an inkjet printer type printing. It's not nearly as detailed or nice as screen printing. So if you keep your designs simpler, they're going to look a lot nicer. So this video is not going to be fully encompassing. I'm not going to teach you how to find niches and how to run Facebook ads to your shirts and everything else. I have touched on that in other videos. If you guys have questions, drop a question. I'd be happy to answer it or make a follow-up video. This is going to be more about the actual designing of the t-shirts. I will also link in the description box below to a program, a course you can buy about running a t-shirt company. They'll teach you how to run cheap Facebook ads, what platforms to sell your shirts on, how to find niches and all that other stuff. You don't have to buy a course. I teach you guys all this stuff for free. Just scroll through my videos. You can find all this information for free on YouTube videos and blogs. But for those of you guys who want more of a hand-holding or want all your information in one place, I will link to a course that gives that all to you. So let's get started. So first, I'm on like the homepage of Canva, canva.com. We're going to click Use Custom Dimensions. Now, again, we're going to do 4167 by 5,000. Again, Canva, we need 5,400 by 4,500. Canva won't let us go that large. The reason we're doing 4167 by 5,000 and not 5,000 by 5,000 is because this is the correct ratio that we want for our shirt. So we're going to click Design. And it may take a second here to pull up the canvas. But in just a second here, you'll see this is the canvas that we're going to be working with here. So what we're going to do, we have uploads. This is where we can upload our own images, our own text and things like that. We have backgrounds. You're not really going to be concerned with these for t-shirts. We have text. For text, you can either create your own text and you have a bunch of fonts to go off of, or if you want to work with a pre-made text, you can work with a pre-made text. Like, let's say I have a shirt that used a design very similar to this one. We could do something like Kush Bud Company 420, and we got a marijuana t-shirt right there, right? So we can use these pre-made designs. We could also do something like this one says on point. What if we wanted to do like on fleek? Because that's kind of we could also do something like long hair, don't care. You know what I mean? Like I just created a t-shirt in 2 seconds. So Canva has a lot of like pre-made free designs. There's also ones that you can pay for. If you like one of these fonts, like let's say you like this Soda Pop thing, Soda Pop is using Robo Condensed as a font. Now let's say you don't really want this layout, but you like that font. What you can also do is just create a plain text and put like on fleek. We can make it larger. We'll do like size 104. And then what was that font called? I think it was called Robo Condensed. So we can use Robo Condensed. There are a ton of different fonts that you can use here. There is also something called Elements. If you don't want anything anymore, you can click it and delete it, or you can just drag it off of your canvas. You can do like frames. Actually, we're not going to do frames. We can do, let's see, let me get down here to these other features. Sorry, guys, things like jamming up on me. Sorry about that, guys. But there's also other types of like little clip art and things that we can use. Like we can click icons here. And maybe we want to have like a light bulb. And the light bulb could be above a guy's head or something like that. Maybe we want to have like a box truck on our thing. One thing you could do, let's just pretend that this is a man instead of a light bulb. And let's say we want the man to be saying something. So we could type in speech bubble. And here's a speech bubble. And again, we're pretending this is a guy and not a light bulb. Or, what the heck, it could be a light bulb. We can go back to this. And we could put something in a speech bubble. You light up my life. So just all different types of ways that you can use these graphics and things like this. Again, I'm just dragging these off the screen because I don't want them. What we're going to do, I'm just going to make a simple shirt for you guys. I'm not focusing on making like an awesome shirt. I already have these uploaded. If you want to upload new images, you can upload new images. As far as where to get images, there's a website called Pixabay. They have free stock photos that give you full rights to the photos. That means you can use them for commercial use. You can edit them. You can alter them. You don't have to give credit. So that's a great place. There's a lot of other sites out there like that. If you can't find what you're looking for in free stock photo sites, you can also buy stock photos. Do a Google image search for like baseball clear background. You'll find images, pick one, go to the site, buy the rights to remove the watermarks. Typically not that expensive. You can find almost any picture you want. So we're going to drag this onto here, and we're just going to use a regular font, and we're going to pull it up here, and we're going to say, I'm crafty. And we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll do like 80. And we want like a cuter style, right? So we're going to, all right, let me copy and paste that. Let's find like a cute font, right? Architect's Daughter is kind of a cute one. So it says, I'm crafty. Actually, maybe we'll do it like this. If we wanted this, this to be like horizontal, we can drag it horizontal. Let's say, for example, we want to throw a ball of yarn under here. I mean, obviously this shirt looks like crap, but I'm just trying to show you the different design elements. We could do something like, I'm crafty. So this looks like crap, but again, my goal here is to show you guys how everything is drag and drop, very user friendly, point and click, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Anyhow, we can change fonts. You guys kind of saw the major tools and how you can use them. The next step we're going to want to do, we're going to go to download. Now we're going to want to download this as a PNG file because that's the optimal file for Amazon merch and a lot of other t-shirt sites. The other important thing you're going to need to do is click clear background. Now the reason we're going to click clear background is, like I think I explained earlier, if we were working on a green t-shirt and we were to use this image file as it is now, it would be a green t-shirt with a big white box in the front, and this would be within the white box. I'm assuming you want your t-shirt to be just the letters and the images on the shirt. So by doing clear background, the white is basically going to disappear, and you're just going to have your fonts and your icons. So we're going to do download, transparent background. And Canva gives you kind of cute little inspirational quotes as you're going here. So creativity is a combination of discipline and a childlike spirit, Robert Greene. So once this downloads, we're going to go over to resizeimage.net, and we're going to resize this image. Again, this one we're working with now is 4167 by 5000. We need to change it to 5400 by 4500. Okay, now I think you guys can't see this, but just below where the bottom of the screen cuts off, I have my download. So I dragged that onto my desktop, and we're going to go over to resizeimage.net. We are then going to upload an image. Okay, and you see our image just uploaded, 100% uploaded. We simply clicked upload an image. We selected, the file was called Kush since I made the Kush t-shirt first. We dragged that onto our desktop. We uploaded it into here. Next, we're going to go down here, and we're going to type in under number 4, we're going to resize the image to 5400 by 4500. Everything else in terms of aspect ratio, everything else leave the same. And here we can see our image. And because we have the clear background, don't worry, these checkers are not going to appear on your t-shirt. This is what a clear background image is. The white is all gone. So if we put this on a blue shirt, it's just going to be a blue shirt with this on top of it. Now let's say we wanted to have like a blue shirt with white font. We would have just changed the font color to white, and then you'll have white on blue. As far as I know, using Canva, there's not a way to change the color of the images. You would actually have to find white images on a clear background. But for the font and things like that, you simply change the font color to white or blue or whatever color you want to be. Everything else is set and good to go. We're simply going to click resize image. We're going to wait a few seconds.
Hello friends, I'm Neshik from blogtut.com, and today in this video I'll teach you how to make a professional online t-shirt designing website. This is not just a t-shirt printing website but also a bag, hat, cup, hoodies and even phone case printing website. This website has all the features that a professional t-shirt or product printing website must have. Like we have the option to create different types of printings like DTG, embroidery, screen printing, etc. This website also has a very advanced permalinks. Click on that. Now permalinks is the structure, the links structure, your URL structure. So for this by default day name is selected. You need to select this one, post name. Select this post name, go at the bottom and click on save changes again. Okay. Now again come back to your dashboard. Now we have seen all the basic settings that we need to do whenever we install WordPress for the first time. Now let's start installing themes and plugins that we need to create this website, to create this amazing t-shirt designing website. So let's install all the themes and plugins. First, let's install the theme. For that, again, from the left hand side, you'll click on appearance. Now, because we want to add a new theme, we can click on this add new button, which is given at the top. Click on that button. Now search for the theme. Now we want to install, I am using a free theme over here so that you can save some money. Most of the people for this kind of websites like t-shirt designing, e-commerce website, they use a premium theme which is around $60-70. But just to save your money, I am using a free theme. I'll show you how you can use a free theme to create a beautiful website just like this. So we'll see that. So to search for this theme, simply type in Ocean WP. This is the name of the theme. So just search for that, Ocean WP, as you can see over here. Now click on install to install this plugin. Once installed, click on activate to activate this plugin. Alright guys, now
Alright, Eli, what are we talking on today?
Well, we're talking about my story and what I do now in a way that hopefully will inspire you to take action and start doing in your life what you want to be doing. My story is 5 years ago, I was just starting college, and this will probably resonate with a lot of you.
Hey everyone, this is Greg, and today actually get sales, but it's going to go a little bit further than that. As you notice, this is going to be a bit of a longer video, and the reason behind that is it's not as simple as just saying this design will sell on Teespring. There are a few different variables that go into this, and I'm going to cover each one of these. It's short for keywordfinder.com, and it's the best keyword search tool that I've ever found. It's completely free to use. They give you 5 searches per day, but the cool thing is each room in the niche that we're thinking about, see what these results yield. So we only have to look at 3 things here. The first thing is to make sure that the keyword is actually relevant. So yoga shirt, yes, that's relevant. Yoga hose, that's not going to be relevant. Yoga hose, not relevant. Again, yoga t-shirt, that will be relevant. So the 2 that we'll focus on right here are yoga shirt, yoga t-shirt, and then maybe even t-shirt yoga right here. And as you scroll down, you can see you have quite a few other options you can look at, and then it starts to blur it out until you get a paid plan. But remember, you get 5 searches a day on here, so there's plenty to work with. So the first column is making sure that the keyword lines up. So yoga shirt, yoga t-shirt, and maybe t-shirt yoga. That's the first of the 3. Now the second is the search volume. So we have to make sure that there's actually enough people searching for this niche. So 5,000 monthly searches, we've got almost 2,000 monthly searches right there. That's about 7,000 searches. That's plenty. And then t-shirt yoga, that's a more uncommon search term, but there's another 300 right there. So we've got our keyword, make sure that it's relevant over here. And then the search volume, make sure that there's plenty of search volume. Anything over 1,000 a month is a good one to go with. That'll give you plenty of searches to work with. If you get into 5,000 or even something like 12,000, that's great. As long as you make sure that this number over here, you want to look for 39 or below. This will mean that it's actually rankable. It means that that niche is not completely saturated. Anything over 39 or closer to a red color on here means that there's a ton of competition and your shirts won't rank, so they won't get found there. So make sure that it's 39 or below. The closer to green you can get here, the better. So what I really like about KW Finder is that it gives you this color scheme right here. So you don't even really have to look at the numbers. You just aim for the closest to green. So right off the bat for yoga, we can tell that if we add up yoga shirt, yoga t-shirt, we've got a 31, a 35, and then maybe we'll go with t-shirt yoga is a 31 as well. If we add all 3 of those up and then we divide it by 3, it gives us the average. So there's 3 terms, so that's why we're dividing by 3. So we've got 35, 31, and 31. So when we add that up and divide it by 3, it's something around 32 or 33. So that's our number. That's below 39, so that absolutely works. Now that's pretty close to 39. 39 is kind of the cutoff. I would not recommend going forward if it's above 39 because it just means there's too much competition. So this is going to be a little bit of a competitive market here. This yoga, clearly there's a lot of searches, but I know there's a lot of people making purchases in the yoga market. So that's why I would say it's okay to use this. But as you go through here, you can search different things, not only yoga shirt, but you could type in basketball shirt. You can type in rock climbing shirt. You can type in different niches. Just make sure that they have relevant keywords and then it's getting enough search traffic and that the numbers are in the green and absolutely below 39. The closer to 1 that you can get here and the greener your terms, the better the niche you found. So go through here and keep searching. Just make sure that before you create any designs, that there's room for you to actually sell in your niche. So that's the first step that people often overlook, and that's making sure that there's actually room for you to make sales in that niche. So that's the first crucial step right there. So now that we've made sure that we've picked a good niche, now we need to go and find some design inspiration. So what I love to do is come over to Etsy.com. If you haven't been on Etsy, it's kind of like a custom craft marketplace, but you'll find that you can get a ton of inspiration on really good ideas for designs here. So what we're going to do is come right up to the search bar and type in our niche followed by shirt. So we'll type in yoga shirt.
3.800 Euro im Monat mit einem Online-Business und das bei einem Vollzeitjob mit einer 40-Stunden-Woche. Nicht schlecht, oder? Das hat der Flo schon nach 3 Monaten mit dem einfachsten Online-Business, das es zurzeit auf dem deutschen Markt gibt, geschafft. Schau mal.
Yo, servus Grigori, ich wollte mich kurz bei dir melden. Ich bin fertig mit dem Coaching und wollte dir ein bisschen von meinen Umsätzen erzählen. Meine Umsätze waren im ersten Monat 1.200 Euro, im zweiten Monat.
And now you can see in these results, you have a ton of hits. So the ones right up top are advertisements. So don't think that those are the top results. Those are the ones that people are paying to put right there. But don't immediately write them off. Just know that those ones are being paid to be on the top row. So what we're going to do is scroll through these listings to get idea inspiration while looking for 3 specific things. So the first specific thing is to make sure that the designs are something that we can actually create. If you find really intricate designs on here, something like this, You're just not going to be able to create that unless you are a graphic designer or you're paying someone to create something similar to that. What I prefer to look for are things like quotes, like inhale, exhale. You can make this in a ton of different variations, and you can absolutely do that just by typing text. Things that are just words is to absolutely. The second thing that we're focusing on here, there's something that 57 has compared to the others. So as you options. And then the third thing that we're going to look for is what the actual review is. So as you can see here, this is a full 5-star, 1-star. Someone rating for a lot of reviews. And then number 9, you press inspiration. Now you like finding. Now, making it harder for you to get sales because they won't be promoting your stuff organically. However, you can absolutely use this for inspiration, and I have a full video down in the description that talks only about this. Is actually information straight from Teespring on exactly what we're talking about right now, and it actually gives examples, so easier to see. So if we look over here, we have the original shirt, which is beards are best, and then we have someone who copied it, and that is not good. Now, if you use that for inspiration and you create something that looks like this, beards, the best, and then put multiple beards on there, that's completely fair game. Now, as we scroll down here, we can see a few more examples. So just changing the color of the shirt does not suffice and is still copyright infringement. However, if we use that same idea and we change the quote slightly, it's completely okay, and now that's your own design. And then the last example here is with images. So as you can see, there is a figure right here, and we cannot use the same figure on another shirt. However, if you change it slightly, now it's yours again. So they change the words and they change the figure. Now that's your own design and that's fair to use. So if you want to know more about the copyright and how it all works for Teespring, link to this article like this, that's creating your own. And the copyright copies your management on yours too, as long as you're creating the design on this tutorial. The pun right there, it's got, so I'm going to probably change this to dog, but now I recommend you go to your smartphone and you download one of 2 apps, either Typorama or WordSwag. Now, Typorama and WordSwag are hands down the best designing apps. You put in the words and it creates designs for you. You don't have to be a graphic designer. Hands down the best apps, either Typorama or WordSwag. Now, Typorama and phone, and you download one of 2 apps, either Typorama or WordSwag. Now, Typorama and WordSwag are hands down the best designing apps. You put in the words and it creates designs for you. You don't have to be a graphic designer. So this will work for anyone. Now, to be very clear on this, Typorama has already been cleared for commercial use. They released an update saying that you can use the designs created on Typorama for commercial use and for profit. So that's excellent for us because we can use this on our t-shirts to profit from. Now, as of January in 2019, WordSwag has not pushed out this update yet. I would imagine it's coming very soon because it's a very similar app to Typorama. Now, the thing is, on Typorama, nothing on the app actually changed from before they put that in their terms to after. It's just that they announced and put it in print that you can actually use it for commercial use. So my assumption is WordSwag is right behind them and going to release that soon. But as of right now, WordSwag hasn't released that. And the other thing is these apps are a couple dollars. It's something like $5, maybe $7 right now. But trust me, you pay that once and then you can create unlimited designs. You sell your first shirt, it's going to pay for that. And the last thing here is Typorama is for iOS or iPhone, and then WordSwag is for Android. Right now, Typorama is not on Android, so you can't use it on there. So you may have to look further into the WordSwag option. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up Typorama on my phone and we'll start this design process. All right, so now we're in the phone here. So I'm going to click on Typorama and open that up. And the very first thing we're going to do here is click that transparent in the top left corner. This is going to give us a clear background so we can just create the text or the design, export it, and it won't have a background, so we can put it on any color shirt. So we'll click that transparent. And then we have a couple options for sizes. As you scroll through here, you can find all different sizes, but we're just going to leave it on original size. It's actually perfect and we don't need to change anything. So just make sure you're set on original size and hit next. And this is the beauty of Typorama. So all we have to do here is double tap right on that text, and now we can type in our quote or whatever we want to use for our design here. So I'm going to come back over here and find the one that we're going to use. That's right here. Yoga, I'm down dog. So we're going to do yoga. I'm going to capitalize the yoga, and then I'm going to do manual line breaks just so I can press enter and come underneath and do a similar design to this. And then we'll do I'm so down. And you can play with the capitalization if you want to capitalize the S and so and the D and down. You can do that, but as you see on this one, they didn't. So I'm just not going to here. But this is going to be our design right here. Now, if we were to turn off manual line breaks, it'll just split it up randomly. So we have yoga, I'm could be on the same line. So they could be on different lines. I know exactly how I want it. So I'm going to turn manual line breaks on. And all we have to do is hit done in the top right corner. And this is the first of our designs right here. So all of these things on the bottom here, you can actually hit and it creates different designs. Now, what I really love about this is if you hit the same one multiple times, it creates multiple designs. So as you can see, it's slightly changing, and sometimes it's more prevalent than others. So you can see that this design is changing like crazy. So these are all different designs, all within one different design category. Look how many design categories you have here. So you have unlimited designs, and you don't have to pay anyone for anything like this. You can just go through here, and this is how you can create your designs. So all we're going to do here is just keep coming through here and see if we can find one that we like. I don't want to waste your time here, so I'm just going to try to find one pretty quickly. And I'm going to go with this one. It's just a nice looking design that I could see on someone's yoga shirt. As we come back over here and look, you can kind of see this script kind of text, which is the same like my best right here. And some of these words through here like breathe, it's in that scripted text. So that's what we're going to use on this one. And then the last thing we have to do here is click on it once, and you can actually drag it to make it bigger. And this is just going to make the quality of the design when it's exported better, so we can make it bigger on shirts without getting grainy. And then the last thing is just to make sure that it's centered. So I like to use the gray and white squares in the background, just try to make it even on both sides. So I'm looking at the bottom right now on those dotted lines, and it looks like I can get about 2 squares in on both sides, and just make sure that you get that set. And then that's going to be centered. So that's your design right here. Now, if you want to change the color of that text, all you have to do is hit color at the bottom, and now you can change what color that is. If you're going to put it on a black or a dark shirt, you might want to go with something that's white. And if you're going to put it on a gray shirt or anything like that, you can go with something that's black. Now, if you scroll all the way over here, you can actually change and get multiple colors if you wanted to put in like different colors like this, and you can keep hitting these and it'll switch it to different colors throughout. So I'm going to stay with the black. I found over time that the black, white, and gray typically sell the best, and my assumption on that is because you have a bigger market. If you put the font in purple, someone might not like purple, and just because of that, they don't buy the shirt. So I recommend you leave it in a black, white, or gray font, but you can do whatever you prefer here. So that's all we're going to do, and then we just hit OK Share, and we can save it right to our camera roll. So you can save it right there, saves it to your phone's camera roll, and now you can either text it to yourself, airdrop it to yourself, you can email it to yourself just to get it onto your computer. So what I'm going to do is airdrop it onto my computer. That's the easiest way. If you're on a Mac and an iPhone, you can just send it right to your computer. But if you need to, you can go to your camera roll and you can just email that to yourself. So all I'm going to do here is hit done. And a little side note, when you're ready to create your next design, all you have to do is double click on that text again, type in the new quote or whatever it is.
Looking for a marketing automation software that does it all? Introducing Freshmarketer, the intelligent marketing automation solution for your business. Whether you want to capture leads with forms, nurture them with beautiful emails, or automate your marketing, Freshmarketer has you covered. Freshmarketer is marketer friendly, simple to set up, and even easier to work with. Easily manage email lists, deliver targeted and personalized email campaigns, automate your customer experience, and break silos between your marketing and sales teams. Try Freshmarketer today and experience better automation, faster conversions, and more sales.
I can't really believe that so many people are still working this old way that is so inefficient. Let's face it, most people have some sort of traditional 9-to-5 job where they are selling away their time to an employer in order to get a salary in return. However, there are so many drawbacks with this old approach. When you are trading away your time, you have very little time left when you get home to do the things you really want to do and to spend with the people you really want to spend time with. And sadly, this means that many people are unfulfilled in their lives and not.
And go from there. So here in my camera roll, all I have to do is hit this send button in the bottom left corner, and then I'll airdrop it to myself. But if you want to, you can send it in a message or mail. Everything you need is right there just to get it onto your computer. So I'm gonna get this over to my computer and I'll pick up with you guys when I'm back on my computer with the design. And just like that, we've got our design right on our computer right now. As you can see, it has the transparent background. So when we zoom out, there's no background on this. We can put it on any color shirt. And then as we zoom in, you can see that the quality of this design is actually really good. So you guys are probably thinking, well, that's all you have to do for designing to sell them on Teespring? Well, yes and no. You see those steps that we went through prior to this? Well, there's a couple more important steps that are coming up after this. So we have our design now, so I'm going to head over to Teespring and we're going to start the uploading process and what comes after that. So let's come right over to Teespring, and what we're going to do is hit start designing. And in the Teespring launcher, just as a side note, if you ever run into any glitches on launching a product, because Teespring is
Up.